Hello, and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Altered Morality, a necessary evil story. So, when last we left off, the hero, let me rephrase that. I almost completely, destroyed what you guys have. The villains, holy cow, my phone keeps going off. The villains had been in a chase against the hero Nevermore. And as the chase wore on, they kept pounding on, they kept getting closer, and then they'd get farther, and then they'd get closer, and finally, at the end of the last episode, they caught up to him. Now, oh, hey. Oh, look, we got friends showing. So where we're picking up is literally right after the end of the chase. But as you guys all know, this show is brought to you by Poppets Coffee. If you love great coffee, head on over to poppetscoffee.com. Get yourself an amazing bag of Joe that is freshly roasted right before they send it to you, and they do ship anywhere in North America. Beyond that, let's dive right in. As of right now, Nathaniel is running a little late. He had an event that he was at about an hour away from his house, so he will be joining us tonight, but he'll just be a little late. All right, so until then, I will handle his dice rolls. And let me show you the scene. So the only people who actually physically caught up to, oops, wrong thing. Who actually physically caught up to Nevermore, which is this dashing looking fellow right here, was Cinder and American Eagle. Now, Weaver and Concertina are both going to be able to come in on the second round of combat because they're literally one step away when the chase ended. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and deal out the cards. Let's see what happens. First card is going to go to Cinder, and that is the 4 of clubs. Then we have American Eagle. Y'all can see that, right? Or no, you can't because I don't have it. I don't have it pulled up because I wasn't paying. I don't know why that went small. I know what's wrong. I will fix it really quick. I know exactly what's wrong.
You can't have an episode without some sort of technical difficulty.
Now you guys can see what American Eagle got.
What?
So I'm going to add 1 extra Benny to our villains. And then last but not least, over here is going to be, Ronnie dropped out. What the heck happened?
Testing.
Hey, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Everything froze on my end. I heard America, and then it all died.
Oh, fun.
Well, so you can see what America got.
And I am going to spend that Benny that I just got to get a new card.
All right. So Benny goes out. New card comes out, and it is a 9 of spades. You want to stick with the 9 of spades?
Yeah, that's fine. All
right. So, does American wish to go first with that red joker?
Always. So, first of all, he's going to let out an eagle screech. But then I'm going to attempt to use illusion power.
Okay. Because that has been so effective.
Right? Patriotic propaganda. Okay, I've got an odd idea. Let's see if it works, and then I'll describe it. Focus. This plus this. It's a good thing I got a Benny.
Are you spending a Benny?
I am, because I don't think a 2 will do it.
A 2 will not do it. Whatever it is you're trying to do.
A 5, however, will.
That succeeds on your illusion power.
All right. So, if I recall correctly, the latest iteration of the owl image that American's projecting is a mostly human, but has feathers sticking out at odd places and feathers for hair, with a beak for a nose.
Indeed.
I'm going to have him appear probably over somewhere on the sidewalk between, I guess, where American is and that vehicle with the emergency lights.
Somewhere here.
Yeah, somewhere near.
I'm looking for a good token to drop. You know,
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Well, I'll just finish describing. So he's going to create that image, and then it's going to multiply, and then suddenly band instruments are going to appear in all their hands.
Where were you placing it?
Like 3 squares over
Somewhere right about here.
and 1 square down. Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that image appears in with the Jedi Force Ghosts blue glow coming off of it, and then it's going to duplicate, and then band instruments form in their hands, and they're going to set the stage with "Who are you? Who?" And that song is just going to be playing.
Oh my God.
And while Nevermore is within a medium blast template of it, he is distracted with a.
Okay, so I need a medium blast template.
Yes. But that's the narrative of what the distraction looks like.
I love it.
Ronnie, you stopped before I could join in.
Oh my God.
Well, I only wanted that little clip so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But that song will be going on in the background, and Eagle's American Eagle's just setting the stage.
That looks like a large, but that says it's medium.
Yes, now I have that stuck in my head. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like 100% on that.
All right, so let me move this to the bottom, and I'm going to change its opacity a bit. And the drop shadow has to go on these.
And it's got to be. I want to include Nevermore in the edge of the radius.
I figured.
So that's what he does first, and then he's going to because I have the Joker. I'm going to also have him get taunt. Do I have taunt? I do have taunt. Yes, I'm going to have him taunt Nevermore and say, we caught you once, we've caught you again, because in his mind they had him the first time. We caught you once, we've caught you again, and now what you gonna do? Nevermore, boring. Ha ha. See, he was witty there. He's literally talking to himself. So here's his taunt roll. 3 + 2 is a 5.
All right, and I'm not sure why, but my assets that I have saved in my bar are not coming up. So I got to throw a status token on him. So he will be distracted for the moment until he gets a chance to make his disbeliever roll. Okay, and you were making a taunt?
Yes.
And
I forget. With taunt, if I succeed, I can choose distracted or vulnerable, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm aiming for vulnerable.
So he gets a smarts roll to resist taunt, and his smarts is that. So I'm going to move all these other dice out of the way for the moment. Oh, that's the one thing I don't like about the Norse Foundry dice is the D4s are a real pain to get a hold of.
That's why I want their one, the ones that have the flat where the points are. I'm gonna get one of those sets at some point.
All right. And what was your smarts roll?
I've got one.
My taunt roll was a 5.
Or taunt roll. So you do beat him, and you will make him vulnerable as well.
So he is distracted by the illusion, and now he's vulnerable because my wounds, my words, they cut deep. Or something. I'm going to go with something.
Or something. All right. That was the red Joker. So that will take us to Cinder on the 9 of spades.
And John Doom, yeah, just genetics. So Cinder is going to do what Cinder does best. It's time for some liquid fire.
All right.
And give me just a moment here. That's my focus. That's a D8. Couldn't remember what die it was. There we go. Using my gemstone dice because they're nice and fiery. And there is 4.
4 is just enough as you launch your fireball at him.
And that is medium blast template, heavy weapon. Where's the damage? 2d6 damage. So we'll use this one, the gemstone, and this one. That's 7.
7. You want to stand on 7, or do you want to use one of your bennies? I mean, you've got 4.
No, I spent 1. I've got 3.
Nope, my bad. I don't think I grabbed it. I
Yeah,
did grab
I
it.
spent 1. I spent 1 to get a new card. I think I will spend 1 to try to get a better roll. And I'm going to grab the Norse Foundry dice this time and roll it for both wild and. Oh yeah, no. For bed. I can't talk tonight. Both my d6s. 11 is better.
11 is indeed better. And that doesn't have any AP on it, correct?
Forceful. Yes, it's +4 AP.
+4 AP. Okay.
Yes.
So 11, that is going to be enough to cause a wound on him.
Yay!
So he takes 1 wound, and he does become shaken. And let's see, you only declared the 1 action. Do you wish to move at all?
Yeah, I will step closer to him.
How
Let's
close?
see. I'm going to get right in his face. I want to be right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
There we go.
right in his face.
All right, and that brings us to his turn. So first he gets his vigor test, or not vigor, he gets his spirit test to see if he becomes unshaken. It's -1 for his wound, -2 for the distracted. He's going to Benny that to make himself unshaken. And then he looks right at you. And he swings his staff around. What is your parry?
Let's see. I'm still at my +3 size.
Mm-hmm. But that shouldn't
That's
affect the parry.
strength and toughness. That doesn't affect parry. Okay. So my parry is a 6.
A 6. All right. So he has a total of -3 on his roll. The D12 is a D12 plus 2, so that's 13 minus 3 is a 10. That is going to be a hit with a raise.
Okay.
The damage is strength plus D6, which is a D10 plus the D6, and then he got a raise. So let's see what the damage is first. All right, so that's +2, or no, not +2. He doesn't get a +2 on that. So that's 10, 13 damage. So
At my
12
+3,
damage.
it's a 14 toughness.
All right. You know what? He is at none of those left. He did hit you, though. So you need to make a vigor test at a -2.
Okay.
As
10.
electricity discharges from his staff.
Okay. $12.
He doesn't have a +2 from his strength. There, John. His strength is a D10. All right, so you
Sorry,
said
I'm
12?
getting a little behind.
Nope, that's okay. All right, so you were able to resist the stun.
And I just
And
glare at it.
he is going to use his extraction to move. And his pace is a D6 -1 for the wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which, as his turn ends, and he has moved away from that annoying owl, he is no longer vulnerable nor distracted. And that takes us to the next round. I'm going to wait to bring Concertina in until Nathaniel is able to show up. So,
Sounds good.
at the end of the round, Weaver appears at the edge of the map. Cinder got the Joker this time. Oh, wait, nope, that is my mistake. I did not shuffle.
Oh.
Darn it. You had to remember.
I did. Well, the good news
Such a
is,
shame.
John would have reminded me. I'm almost certain John or Val would have reminded me. Oh, yes, I can, Val. I absolutely can do that.
Yeah, he can.
Have you met me?
Darn the bad luck.
All right. So let's try it correctly this time, and I'll bring this up large so that way everybody can see it.
Fate was like, you are getting that Joker, man. Oh
That's
my
awesome.
god. I love that.
Yes, John, it was decided.
It is decided.
Oh bless.
Now,
All
see,
right.
it's not just my
And
dice
I already threw out
tonight.
the bennies. All right, Cinder, do you wish to go first?
Yes. And yeah, I have to. She doesn't like people running away from her because that's exactly what this comes across to her as. Wild attack charge.
What was that?
I'm going to make a wild attack charge.
Okay. So melee attack.
Yeah. And that is. I do apologize. I have started wearing my computer glasses again, so I'm trying to find the right distance for my screens.
Yeah, I have the same issue. If I lean back too far, everything becomes blurry and I have to move the glasses
Mhm.
down. You don't? Oh, you've got brass knuckles. Okay.
Yes, I have brass knuckles.
So that is going to make you
And
vulnerable.
but it also gives me another +2. Or is that a +4 for my attack?
It's just +2. There's no charge
Yeah.
bonus without an edge. It's just a +2 from the Joker.
The wild attack.
Oh,
is
and the
what I
wild
was.
attack is an additional +2. Yes, sorry.
Fighting is a D8. There's my D8, isn't it? Yeah, that's the D4. Yeah, that's the D8. The only problem with these gemstone dice is because the shape they are, it's harder to tell what die is what sometimes.
They are indeed illegally parked.
So, 6, 7, 8, no, 12, 13, 14, plus the 4 is 18.
18. That is going to be a hit with a raise.
Awesome.
Wait, yeah, a hit with a raise. Barely a hit with a raise.
And my brass knuckles are strength plus D4. My strength is currently. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, your size doesn't affect your strength.
Yes, it does. Strength and toughness both at a +3 while
Oh.
power is active.
So it's a +3 to the die roll.
Yes. So it's D10, 2D6. I'm going to have to go with D10. Two D6 and a D4. I know I just had that 4 here a minute ago. No, it's not in the dice tray. Where is it?
You lost your D4.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's my D4. This is the D6. Okay.
I was about
There
to
we
say
go.
that's the worst one to lose.
I've been rolling the D4 as the wild die here. Because gemstone dice. And it didn't want to be used this time. It's in the floor so it can stay there for now. Here's my other D4. So yeah, D10, D6, and a D4. And I also add +3. And is it +2 to damage for the wild attack too?
Yep.
And the Joker? So that's another +4. So +7 total to it. Trying to keep all the math in my head. So there is. And damage explodes. So the D6 rolled a 6. And there's a 5. So that's 11. 9
11.
on the D10 is 20. And 3 on the D4 is 23. Plus the 7 is 30.
30 versus his toughness of 11. That's going to be so that would be 4 wounds. I'm going to spend one of my bennies because I kind of like this fight. And I'm going to give him a snowball's chance here. He just has the -1 currently. So that would be 3 wounds, which would still be enough to do that. And I'm not going to spend another Benny on that. So he goes down hard and lies bleeding. Let's see here. Let's pull up that wonderful wound chart. The injury chart is right here. All right, so I need to roll his vigor first to see if he's just flat out dead. Minus the 3 makes it a success. So he is actually incapacitated, but not dying.
He's not
Well,
dead
if
yet.
no one else takes care of it next turn.
All right. That was the red joker. That takes us to the 10 of hearts, which is Weaver.
Okay.
Weaver, you just disappeared behind that car. Let me see here. Let me shut off some visions. That way we can see exactly what you see. And that car is supposed to be blocking vision.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You forgot to apply something to it, didn't you?
I did.
There you go.
Look at that.
But the good news is that it's insanely easy to add that in Arkham Forge. So that is what you can currently see.
Okay, so not very much. Do I hear anything of what just happened between Nevermore and Cinder?
You saw her run up and just punch the guy and he dropped.
Oh, I can't actually see that.
And as big as I am, you should actually be able to see me over the car.
Yeah, she would be
Oh.
standing tall.
Okay.
And you also hear the band continue to play. Hoo, 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 hoo.
She just kind of like looks at that like. Anyway.
What? It's working.
It seemed to be.
All right. Well, Weaver is actually going to come around the car so she can see a little bit more of what's going on.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 out of your 6 would put you to where you can see he is lying on the ground unconscious.
Okay.
Doesn't look dead yet.
Okay. And shooting him while he's on the ground is going to be difficult from where I'm at, isn't it?
You would want to be like right next to him.
Yeah, but I only can move 2 more blocks, can't I?
Correct.
Yeah,
Unless you
don't
run.
shoot me.
You haven't done anything, so you can still decide to run. I do allow that.
I'll do that. I'll run.
All right, roll a d6. Let's see how much extra you get.
Okay.
So here's 5, here's 6.
Alrighty. Do. 7.
7. So you're able to get to there, and since you're not right next to him, I am going to require a shooting roll. You'll have a -2 since
Okay.
he is laying prone.
Alrighty. And I am. Well, the running would have taken one of my actions. Never mind. I don't know how
No,
to
running
do
does
now.
not require an action.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It just adds an additional -2. So you'll be at a total of -4.
We are
Okay.
very happy to be your first pegging stream, GM's Adventures.
I do need to know what you actually roll on the dice.
Okay. I will let you know that. But the reason I ask is because I wanted to use my extra free action.
So you don't have the multi-action penalty.
Yes. So I'm
you're
going to
take
try
2 actions.
Yes. I'm going to try to shoot him twice. Just to make sure. Alrighty.
Double tap to be sure.
I mean, that's what I've learned from zombie movies. It's the gospel truth, man. Alrighty. That was okay.
And hey,
So-
GM's Adventures, well, while she's still getting that, we have multiple streams where we run Savage World stuff.
Yes.
It's true.
All right. So, what were your dice?
7 in total, so I got a 3 and a 4.
You got a 3 and a 4. Well, it's either the 3 or the 4. I'm looking for. Did you roll a 1?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
So is that before the penalty?
Yeah, that's before the penalty at 7.
Okay, so with the penalties, that will be a miss.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the second one, and then I'll decide if I want to use the Benny. I'll use this dice instead.
We do have a Deadlands stream. Well, it's not streamed, but it's posted every
It's
2
pre-recorded.
weeks. Yeah.
Oh, biscuits. This one was a 5 in total.
A 5 total is enough to hit.
Oh, well, before the penalties. I got 3 and a 2.
Before the penalties. Okay.
I didn't know if you want me to still tell you what my base roll was.
Yes, I do need, because I need to know if you roll a 1.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm going to use a Benny for that second one.
All right.
And try it again. And hope to God it goes well. Ooh.
I think I'm hearing dice rolling multiple times.
20. Base
Whoop,
roll.
whoop.
Enabled. That is enough, and you don't even have to roll damage, because all you have to do is hit him to kill him at this instant.
Yes.
And he lies there dead. And I do believe that there was a specific requirement that Tony wanted from you guys. So
Yeah, Eagle flies over and he starts like hacking at it with his talon at the neck. He said, Tony just wanted the head, right? Like as he's
Yes.
digging in through the neck flesh.
And I will tug on the head to help him cut through it.
all right.
Weaver will help as well.
After a very gruesome so after the very gruesome removal of Nevermore's head, there's still some stuff on his body if you'd like to well, you know he's got his staff. And then he also has like a utility belt where there is 2 guns hanging from his belt. One appears to be a grappling gun, which wouldn't do you guys a lot of good, simply because, you know, none of you have the swinging power.
Sure.
But the other one is this weird white gun that has kind of a big hopper on top of it and a really narrow barrel with a large nozzle at the end of it. And as you guys get a good look at it, everybody give me a common knowledge test.
Rolled an 8.
Got a 6.
I got a 5.
So all 3 of you recognize this weapon. This weapon once belonged to another villain, a villainess actually, who had gone missing a while ago. And now you kind of know what happened to her. And I'm stalling because I'm trying to find exactly where the information was. So it belonged to the Ice Queen, whose powers were all ice-based. So you've got her ice gun for whatever good that'll do you, but who would like to add it to their sheet, if anyone?
Keep that thing away from me.
Sounds
Hey,
okay.
guys.
I'll take it.
And I call dibs on the staff. I don't have a melee weapon. Except for
right.
these. And he holds up his talons and then realizes he used
Which is
those to
really
stand
awkward.
with. Yeah. So he holds him up and then he falls over.
I think you need the help, sweetheart.
I'm going to turn vision back on for the other two villains. All right, so you have the ghastly remains of Nevermore's head. You have, well, the Weaver now has the ice pistol from the Ice Queen. And anybody going to take that grapple gun for any reason? Now, you can still use it to climb, but you can't use it
Sure,
to,
just for the heck of it.
you can't use it to swing unless you somehow pick up the swinging power.
There.
But if I recall correctly, there's really no way to pick up extra powers, are there, Ronnie?
Not unless there's a setting rule of like, there's a thing you can add to your base that there's like a whole training montage and you gain like 5 extra power points. But
I think that's the only way to do it.
yeah.
All right.
Otherwise, you can always power stunt every time you use it.
True. You can attempt a power stunt. Spend a Benny and then you could use the power.
Weaver has her own way of figuring out how to swing.
I mean, that's fair. You've already power stunted the swinging once.
Exactly.
You did your whole Spider-Man routine through the, ironically enough, down the streets of New York.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Totally no relation.
Well, you've actually got six limbs.
Yeah, I'm the
compared to his
cooler.
4.
I'm the cooler spider-based superhero. Just
I mean,
saying.
neither of you are still technically a spider.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, I'd be considered an insect, but like,
A bug.
let's not get too particular
yeah.
about it.
Anyway, so you have Nevermore's head, and all that remains of this to get the map of the underground that you know that Ironhead Tony has. All you have to do is take him the head back.
Quick question.
Quick answer. 42.
Do we know? Do we know if there are any other superheroes that are known to be in the area that causes trouble?
Oh my God.
John,
we're on the Peg channel.
Tisk! I was being good, too.
All right. At least it's not our fault. It's all on John Doom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, you've heard rumors that other minor superheroes have survived, but if they have, they're definitely keeping a low profile. Nevermore is the only one that really put himself out there. So
Okay, but like, there's no one that's actively caused this issues.
No, it was only Nevermore.
Okay. All right, then scrap my idea. It doesn't need to be done.
Okay, so you have Nevermore's head. You know what you said wrong, John.
Don't play innocent, man.
Merc and Eagle would like
you go to when you
like
go to
to cut-
GameCon with us. When you're sleeping in the doghouse.
You get the couch this time.
I'd like to, if Nevermore has a logo, American Eagle's going to cut that off of his uniform and as a trophy.
You know what? I think he might. Let me double check. I'm going to look at the artwork. Because you're taking a trophy.
Yep.
It's unaffiliated. And
I was thinking of making a vest and like merit badges.
so the closest thing would be the brooch that holds his cape together.
Then I take that.
All right. So you gather his brooch to make a Boy Scout badge out of,
Uh-huh.
and then what are you guys going to do?
Well, it's time to take the head back to Tony so we can get what we want.
All right. So you make your way back to so you make your way back to Ironhead Tony's area, and as you guys enter their region, all of the members of the Red Hand who see you walking in, and the important question is who's holding Nevermore's head?
I mean, if nobody else does, American Eagle will just carry it awkwardly under an arm.
Oh no, I had hold of it when you were cutting it off. I never let go of it.
Touche.
That's fair. You were the one who downed him, too.
So you're walking in. I assume you're like holding it right here.
Yeah,
And as the
whole
three
way
of you
there.
walk in, the Red Hand members throw up a cheer because it's known that Nevermore was a pretty solid thorn in the side of the Red Hand. And you are quickly taken in to meet Tony. And he's sitting behind his desk once more. And as you guys are let in, and he just looks up from a ledger that he's working on and says, "Oh, I'm not going to lie. I expected all of you to die."
Thanks
I
for the
set
vote
the
of
head
confidence.
on. I set the head on his desk. I don't say a word.
Very well. A deal is a deal. And he snaps his fingers, and one of the guards that are in the room with you guys nods, and he walks out, says, "Please, have a seat. It's going to take a few minutes." So I heard an explosion earlier. Was that you folks?
It was him. He dropped a freaking building on me. I didn't take kindly to that.
That is one of the occupational hazards of what you do for a living.
Still not a fan of it.
That's fair. So tell me about the whole thing. I'm very interested in knowing, how did this fight go down?
So I started taunting him with images of his mentor, the owl, right? And then he just goes on until somebody stops him.
And
Portraying
I interrupt.
himself in the limelight.
He thought it was images of his mentor. He was wrong. And
The
by
point-
the way,
No.
The point is it was effective.
by the way, Eagle, who was it that took him down?
I'd like to say it was a team effort. I mean,
You and your mariachi band.
I mean, I was the one who took the final shot.
see, teamwork, dreamwork.
I brought him down to the point you
I
could take.
must
He was
say,
on the ground when you shot.
you were either the most skilled group of villains that I have ever seen, or the most lucky. I'm not sure yet. I'm betting on the latter.
Char was never sure if I was good or not either. He's the one that's missing.
So, and about that time, the guard walks back in, and he's got a small attaché case, and he sets it down in front of Tony, and Tony opens it up and pulls out a manila envelope, opens it up, and you see what appears to be the engineer's map of the tunnels, of like the sewers and the subway system, and it's extremely detailed.
I look at it like I know what I'm looking at. I don't really, but I act like I do.
Oh, make a performance roll.
Can Weaver then after that actually take a look and see if she can make sense of it?
That would be. Ooh.
A 5.
That would actually be a science test.
A science test?
Yes.
Okay. Do.
You got a 5 unskilled there.
Yep.
Okay. And I think does Weaver actually have science?
Yes. And I got
I thought so.
and math. Hold on. A 9. I don't know why that was suddenly so difficult to do.
Because math is
So
hard.
my wife is a math teacher for freshmen, and sometimes she has a hard time with basic math. I mean, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, no, like my brain just completely blue screened for a hot minute there.
So you were able to read every little notation, including the afterthought notes, where like some engineer after everything was built went in and marked some additional things. And then you see that yet another party went in and very lightly marked where like some of the tunnels are blocked off and things like that. And Tony says, well, I believe our business is concluded. Is there anything else that you folks need?
I think we earned a little bit of supplies.
I think you're pushing your luck.
I think maybe a favor in the future.
I'll keep you in mind if I have any other work that needs done.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well then, please see yourself out. I have other business to attend to.
Have yourself a hot day.
Catch you later, Tony.
And
He just
Weaver
raises
just
an
kind of
eyebrow.
like throws a hand up to wave as she like over her shoulder as she walks away.
Now, just a reminder for those who haven't been here from the beginning, Cinder, well, she can never hide who she is. Her hair actually is on fire.
Good to know.
All right. So
no noogies for you. Got it.
No, you wouldn't like it.
you have managed to find the first of the items that you know that you need, that Dr. Destruction has requested that you find. There are still several other items. It was 100, I believe it was 100 gallons. 100 gallons of Dr. Phobos Sphere formula, some UV goggles or a UV lamp, Big Sis's charm necklace, and deep diver diving suits. So you now have to have the discussion and decide which item you are going to go after next.
Hold on, let me bring up my notes on that.
You have notes?
For once, I good noodled it. Why are you surprised?
What?
I know, I'm so good at winging it.
I mean, sure, if that's what you want to go with.
I am fantastic at this. What are you talking about? I don't forget how to math or roll half the time. I'm
Hey,
perfect.
I'm just glad that you remembered that this one is supposed to be PG-13. So,
Yes, I am being very good.
all right. So we have our lair once more. As I drop everybody in there. Oh, Concertina isn't actually there.
Wait, did you update my... Hold on.
I have not touched your character sheet.
I get the feeling I put it in the wrong place. That might be on me. I
mean,
100% did, but I found it. We're good. Nope, never mind. I lied. I have no clue where my note went. Well, that sucks.
All right. So you're back at your lair, sitting around, ready to discuss, wondering where that prima donna concertina got to. Because this is twice that she has disappeared on you guys. And
She's just a flitty thing.
she is a very flighty thing.
Caught up with another fan.
Could
Of
be.
course. She does get a little carried away when people admire her. Probably just
Story.
ran off.
So you have the list of items that you need. You have one of the items now checked off your list. What are you guys going to work on next? As the sun has set and you're sitting around having a drink. For those of you who can actually drink because you're not animals.
Hey,
That
I can
alcohol
drink.
actually-
It just spills down over my beak as I do it.
What happens if a bird has alcohol? That's what I want to know.
Right.
We would have to ask Dr. Danny.
Dr. Danny isn't here. Dang it. I'm about to message her.
All right. So please feel free, discuss what you want to do next.
I'm game for whatever y'all want to do. I don't think Sis isn't just going to give up her charm necklace, though. So that one's going to be a fight.
I
Save
mean,
her
we've
for
had good
last.
luck.
Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
I mean, why not go in while the going's good? Look at how easily we took out Nevermore. I mean, he dropped a building on us, but that's
So
all
remember, though,
history.
that Big Sis is the leader of a gang called the Psychos.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Should be a walk in the park, right?
I mean,
Although there isn't there like a hag in the park. We don't want to walk through the park.
there is indeed a hag in the park, a witch or hag, or nobody's really certain exactly what she is.
Mm-hmm.
Just that it's bad to walk through the park nowadays, Central Park.
So no more walking through parks.
Not that it was ever super safe to walk in Central Park, but
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a time.
mm-mm. When I lived in New York, I never went through Central Park.
I just don't go to New York. You're
It's worth
you're
the visit.
muted.
I won't go to New York again. It's too people-y for me.
It is
I hate
people-y.
people-y.
The thing of it is, though, most of them ignore you. So
I mean, I've dealt with people from New York when I was in Florida, and that was already enough.
True. I can see that. All
All
right.
right,
So,
so
Customer
Big
service.
Sis's charm. Big Sis's charm. That's a known factor. We're good. If we go in, it's likely going to be guns blazing.
yes,
We also have to get 100 gallons of Phobos fear formula in liquid form. Anybody know where Phobos was last seen?
that would be a common knowledge check with no penalty, or you could hit the streets and do a networking check.
Yeah, Eagle doesn't so much hit streets. So we'll do common knowledge.
I got a 2. I have no clue.
We'll try
No idea.
common knowledge, and if that doesn't work, we'll try networking.
I mean, anyway, I start blasting. Usually is Eagle's modem apparatus.
Um,
I rolled a 4. on common knowledge.
A 4.
4.
What did Weaver get?
5.
A 5.
Mhm.
So both of you know that the last time he was seen, he and his gang were hanging out around a pharmaceutical, or sorry, a chemical factory, the Hargrave chemical factory to be specific. But nobody has seen him in weeks. So now you have an idea of where to start.
I guess Weaver can try to do some networking in that general area where he was last seen.
Okay. So wait until the next morning and then get up and start working some networking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do persuasion or intimidation? The nice way or the not so nice way?
Because I have nothing in intimidation, let's go with persuasion since I actually
All right.
have a D6.
And I will support as best I can with my mighty D4. I would do my -2 for being an outsider.
Yep.
Yeah, I sure would. Well,
what about
never know.
Cinder? Is Cinder going to help?
I will go a slightly different direction, and I'm going to be using intimidation.
Okay. Are you
7.
aiding or are you going out on your own?
The way Cinder's helping through their persuasion through intimidation, she grabs an innocent bystander and just throws them to intimidate everyone else.
Okay. Go ahead and make your intimidation. And you said you got a 7 on your persuasion, Eagle? Is that what I heard?
I rolled a, well, hold on. With the minus, it'd be a 5 with the outsider.
All right.
Minus
So
is
that's going to
applied.
be a +1. And we'll get to Weaver's roll after we have
A 5.
a 5?
Yes.
All right. So Weaver, you have a total of +2 on your persuasion test.
Okay, with the +2 then, she got an 8.
That is enough for a raise. So you managed to work enough people that you finally catch up with a guy who apparently once worked for Dr. Phobos. Guy's name was Max Kleber. And while he doesn't know much else, he does say that Dr. Phobos is working out of the Hargrave chemical factory, but that he does have a lab inside of there.
That might have some notes.
That may. He doesn't know if Phobos is still there for certain, but if he's anywhere, that's where he's going to be. But when Phobos stopped paying, then all of his minions decided to bail.
That's fair. I wouldn't stay without pay either.
And that whole thing takes you a day.
Okay.
All right. And as you guys, are you guys going to go during the night or are you going to wait until the next day for this?
Well, if he's alone, I see no reason to postpone our
I
visit.
leave that to the two of you. I'm invisible whether it's night or day.
Can't put out those flames. Water is a nice thing.
Keep your water away from me, little lady.
We'll just get
All
a
right.
Pegasus to come behind you and go.
So
Nope.
It's okay. I
As
saw it
you
on a movie
guys-
once. It'll work.
make your way to the factory. It takes you a little while, and it's well after dark by the time you get there. And you approach this just absolutely dilapidated old factory. that clearly has not seen anything good in the past few months. You hear, as you approach the doors, the howl of, could be a dog. And now Cece has a cat's butt in her face.
He is
Yeah, no.
being a little extra right now.
You knew it had to
And
happen at some point.
as
Yeah.
you step up to the doors and you push the doors open with a very loud creak, that is where we'll pick up in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, you know we only pay for an hour.
I know, but I can still complain.
You can complain. I'm not going to listen.
I'm aware.
All right.
Thank you, Pinchite.
Excuse me.
And you too,
Thanks for
John.
watching, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget, if you love great dice, head on over to norsefoundry.com. Use our coupon code KOTSDT to get 10% off your total order. Or if you like the maps that you see, I build them in ArkenForge using ArkenForge Toolkit. ArkenForge.com, ArkenForge.com. And for every item that you put in your cart, you put in the same coupon code KOTSDT, and that will get you 5% off, or not 5%, $5 off of each item that you buy. Thanks for watching once again, folks, and we will see you Monday if you're going to watch for the Savage Snows.
Yes.
And remember, keep it savage, everyone.